The Environmental Protection Agency announced Friday a proposal that will issue fees to oil and gas producers on emissions that exceed specified levels, charging $900 per metric ton for wasteful emissions in 2024 and targeting methane emissions, which are responsible for about a third of greenhouse gas warming today, 0.14%. That's the share of the world's annual methane emissions produced by the oil and gas industry, according to the International Energy Agency. The EPA will still need to consider comments on the proposal, revise it and issue a final rule before it's finalized into the Code of Federal Regulations. The proposal is facing pushback from organizations like the American Petroleum Institute, which called it a punitive tax, and called on Congress to pass legislation to repeal it, according to The Washington Post. Methane, which produces carbon dioxide when burned, is responsible for roughly 30% of the rise in global temperatures since the 1800s, the International Energy Agency reported. The agency noted that methane has a shorter lifespan than carbon dioxide but absorbs much more energy while in the atmosphere, also presenting hazards to ground-level air quality. The emission reduction initiatives proposed by the EPA fall under the Clean Air Act, which the EPA has also used to propose emission limits for carbon dioxide from fossil fuel-fired power plants. The limits would apply to new gas-fired combustion turbines, existing coal, oil and gas-fired steam-generating units and certain existing gas-fired combustion turbines, according to the EPA. Oil companies will soon pay fees for emitting a climate super-pollutant, Washington Post. 30% of Americans cite climate change as a motivator to move in 2024, Forbes.